Doreen is going to pass from being a person of living memory to an historical figure. And I think that it's our duty, and it's the will of the people who have supported, fundraised, helped, worked, and cajoled everybody else into making today happen. It's our duty to see to it that when she does pass into history, the place she takes in history is a rightful one. So we are going to move on and unveil a blue plaque in honour of Doreen today. And I've got a few people here who I'd like to say a few words about Doreen and about the blue plaque. So if you'll permit, I'd first of all like to invite Anne Ewings. Anne is chairman of the Residents Association here at Tyson Place. Anne has been absolutely instrumental of causing the blue plaque to be permitted today, and I think the residents of Tyson Place have roundly supported us. So I'd like to just call upon Anne Ewings to say just a few words.
Very brave of you to listen to me. Thank you, Ashley. I'm mainly here to thank the people that have helped put this together. Apart from the letter I received from Spain initially, from the Doreen Valiente Foundation about the blue plaque, which I believe ours is the first council block to have a blue plaque on it. So we received that on. Obviously there's been a lot of people that have done work to get this together. The foundation have worked hard. The Brighton Hove Council have contributed their part as well. We're very pleased to see the Mayor here today to come and pull the string and do the honour. I'd like to thank the committee connected to Tyson Place Social Club, of which we have David Dawson, who is our chairman, Anne, who is our secretary, John Kay, who is our treasurer, and they helped put the room together, which has made a very great impression from the way it's been done. Patrick also is included, and there's been various other people that have helped, which I wanted to thank, like John, who helped carry the food in, and we've got a lovely caterer called Jaspers, and he's done a brilliant job. You all look very dramatic, very, very colourful. I was hoping that perhaps all you witches had had some effect on our cleaning problem that we've got in Brighton. It's, you know, magic can work in a different way, can't it? All different ways. I know that Tyson Place is proud to have this plaque, and I knew Doreen Valiente because I came when the block was built. So Doreen was a very unassuming person. I didn't actually know she'd written 5 books, and she has a massive following. So this is the evidence of it when you see around here. So thank you all for coming, and thank you, Ashley.
Thank you, Anne. I should like to invite my colleague and fellow trustee, Rufus Harrington, who we've asked you to say a few words and to read us a poem, Rufus, haven't we? Melissa, Rufus's wife, Melissa Harrington, is going to read us a poem. Rufus, would you like to say a few words about Doreen?
It was my absolute and profound privilege to know Doreen. If she could be here now, and in fact I'm sure she really is, looking around at everybody here, she would have been utterly thrilled to see you dancing, singing, making music and love. Doreen was one of the great high priestesses of our time. If I could paint a picture of her, in her beautiful purple cloak under a full moon invoking the gods, Doreen was one of those priestesses that sometimes steps from between the worlds to open the pathways for all of us to follow. The gift she has given to us all is a gift of vision that opens into the spirit. Each and every one of us are here in some way because of Doreen. Working with Gerald Gardner, Doreen laid the foundations for a religion that has spread worldwide in under 70 years. If you look around here, Brighton, here, Doreen set in motion magic of profound wonder, and that everybody is here today to celebrate that, honours her memory, honours her spirit. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again! Up the goat!
Well, this is the poem that's been chosen chosen by John, Julie and Ashley from Doreen's huge amount of brilliant pagan poetry. And you will see why they chose it, because it actually embodies Doreen coming out of this place and going out to find the old untrodden ways and remembering them. It's called The Sussex Witch. She passes through the village street as evening shadows fall. The full moon climbs the winter sky, the trees are bare and tall. What is the secret that they share, shadow, moon and tree? And a little laughing, dancing breeze that makes the dead leaves dance with glee. They know their kin. The owl cries his greeting out to her, now the last house and gardens past. The downs which rises bare, a climbing moonlit path she sees, that was a trodden road, ere conquering Rome or Norman proud o'er downland ever strode. It leads to where, beneath the turf, the outlines she can trace of barrow and of sacred ring that mark the old god's place. The moon rides high, the years roll back, and with her garments shed, naked she dances out the ring, first wrought by hands long dead. The blood leaps wild within her veins as swifter spins the dance, her wide eyes fixed upon the moon, her senses rant in trance. And though no feet of flesh and blood walked with her to that ground, she knows she does not dance alone, that magic circles round.
Thank you, Melissa. I know you can't wait for John's speech, so neither can John. But I do wanted to read just to say that we've received some messages from some people who can't be here, and those who take part in pagan customs and traditions know that we always spare a moment for the people who can't be at an event. So I'd just be very pleased to say that a couple of days ago I was with Patricia Crowther, who wanted to send her best regards to the pagans and the pagan community, and she wasn't able to come and travel down, but I'm sure she wanted to, and she wanted me just to say that she was thinking of everybody today. So Patricia is one person to remember for not being here. Also, we've received messages of support from Janet Farrer, and we've had support from Maxine Sanders. And I know that we've received literally hundreds and hundreds of emails and messages of support from people from all over the world. So I just wanted to say very briefly thank you to all of you who have supported the foundation and the Blue Plaque. You're all wonderful, thank you. Now I'd like to hand you over, or hand the microphone over, to my colleague at the foundation and a founder of the foundation, if I may describe you as that, John. This is John Valiente.
One, two, I can't get out the habit. 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, it is just the momentous day. We set out on trying to do this 4 years ago, nearly 5 years ago actually. It hasn't been all an easy road to get through to the Blue Plaque, but it's the first time ever that any pagan has been honoured in this way, and I'm so proud of Brighton, the city that she loved, that saw through the term witch and pagan and embraced it. There is going to be a museum opened here, and there are far too many people on the council and within the museum structure here that I'd like to thank, but it would be endless, and my speech is always long anyway. But I think that I'd like to go back to, first of all, the first time that I ever met Doreen, which wasn't that as long ago as people think. In 1995, well, a little earlier than that, 4 of us had a vision, and we formed something called the Centre for Pagan Studies, and I can see that Ray's here today, which I haven't seen for a while. Hey, Ray. And we had a vision of forming this organisation that kind of cut through the crap and didn't try and sell people things, but just told the truth. And Doreen came along to one of our events, one of our talks, and afterwards she came up to me at the end and she said that she liked what we were doing, and would I mind if she had my phone number? and I tried to keep out of her way, to be honest, because I was a bit embarrassed. And so she took the phone number, and a couple of days later she phoned me and she said, here, because she's this West Country accent, she said, this Centre for Pagan Studies that you've got, she said, would you mind if I got a bit more involved? Which is not what I was expecting from Doreen. And I said, well, what do you think you could do, Doreen? And she said, well, I'm not too good on my pins. She said, but if you sat me down, I can wash up. And I think that actually was quite the measure of Doreen, because she was very humble and quite secretive about a lot of things, but she was there always at the base of things. And although I heard Rufus say today that she'd be thrilled, I think she'd be really embarrassed about today. You know, she hated the title Mother of Modern Witchcraft. You know, she said she never felt old enough to have children, and she was 74 at the time. And I know that she loved living here. The last ever event that she spoke at was something that we organised. And we organised it because she hadn't got carpet on her floor in her little apartment. And her apartment upstairs is 15 feet by 12. So it wasn't big. And in there was a double bed, not a computer, but she had a word processor. And there were rows and rows of Dexian shelving that were bone. And it was just full of stuff. I mean, we have a very large basement in our house, and it's completely full of artifacts and books, and over 2,000 books and manuscripts, and we're permanently finding new things. We found a whole load of Aleister Crowley stuff 3 or 4 weeks ago. So it keeps evolving as to just how important this collection is. And Doreen, you know, I was with Doreen when she died, which is quite well known. And a little while before she died of pancreatic cancer, which is not the nicest of ways to go. But she was brave throughout, and she had a quiet. They always say that when someone is dying, they have a bright moment. And during Doreen's bright moment, she came to and said that she knew where she was going. She taught me where she was going, and I had to lead her in a direction. But she was quite confident that she was going back to the goddess, and it was a certainty. It wasn't something that was made up, and it was a maybe. It was a certainty. So I'm very proud to have known Doreen Valiente and to have worked with her. You know, we keep honouring her. We formed the Doreen Valiente Foundation, and there are not enough members. There'll never be enough members. So please look online and join. Your money that you donate to us, you'll get a nice magazine, a couple of badges and stuff. But what you will do is you'll be helping put a museum together, and that is really important. We've recently had a couple of other collections promised to us as well by some other very important ladies. But you'll hear about that a little bit later on. But you know, today's all about Doreen. She loved this place. She loved living here. And the money that we raised from that event to buy her a carpet, she said, "Oh, I know what I can do with that." And I said, "What's that?" She said, "Well, some books that I." So she bought books. She didn't need a carpet. She bought books. I always expected that Doreen would live in a cottage somewhere with roses growing around an arch. So I was quite surprised when I came here that first day to pick her up and take her for lunch. But she loved it. She loved Tyson Place, and she loved living here. So it's great that she has a plaque here. It's the right place. We're working on 2 other plaques. So you know, this is the first, but then this is the most important. So hey, Doreen Valiente, eh?
Thank you very much, John. So, ladies and gentlemen, I promised that we wouldn't go on too long, but we have done already. And but there are certain things that need to be observed, and there are certain traditions. I forgot briefly last time when I was doing the thank yous to mention the wonderful Ralph Harvey and his coven who organised our Midsummer Ritual today. So we just have a round of applause for that. And now I should like to pass you to our guest today, Madam Mayor. Thank you for coming to come and unveil our plaque, and I believe you have just a few words to say.
Thank you very much. I'd like to welcome everyone, especially those of you who have come a long way to be here today. It's lovely to see such a big crowd, and quite a shock. A lot of us came here today expecting just to see 1 or 2 people, so it's marvellous you're here, and I hope you enjoy your stay for however long it might be. On this, the longest day of the year, to the unveiling of a blue plaque commemorating the life and works of Doreen Valiente, it's fitting that Brighton became home to the mother of modern witchcraft. Our acceptance of new, different, diverse cultures and people is one of the reasons that so many choose to live or relocate here. In her field, Doreen is a pivotal and respected figure. Though largely unknown outside of it, this plaque and today's Merry Meet will help spread the word about her and provide people interested in the craft a place to gather and remember. An extraordinary and visionary woman, yet at the same time a person whose neighbours describe as modest and unassuming. I'm privileged to be the mayor of the city with such a rich and vibrant history that is able to celebrate lives of both ordinary and extraordinary people. In celebrating the unveiling of this memorial, I would like to thank everyone involved in supporting and directing it. Thank you for attending today to remember and commemorate the life of a true individual who did so much to make understood a much misunderstood craft. Please show your appreciation for Doreen Valiente.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. So, this is the moment to make history, because this blue plaque that we're going to unveil in just a moment is the first blue plaque for a witch or pagan that we know of, and it is the first council property to have a blue plaque. So, ladies and gentlemen, to witness history, I should like to invite one of our other colleagues, John's wife Julie, who is a fellow trustee at the foundation. Julie works harder than the rest of us put together. She does more behind the scenes than anyone could imagine, and she's never once wanted to be pushed into the limelight until today when John and I have forced her. So I think it would be highly appropriate if Julie was also part of unveiling the plaque too. So ladies and gentlemen, the blue plaque for Doreen Valiente. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the formalities. So let's get informal, and we'll hope to see all of you later at the Green Door for the Green Mantle 20th anniversary party. Meanwhile, just one last time to applaud yourselves for coming out today. Everybody, Doreen Valiente, and may I just say, blessed be.
Blessed be. We've got to go, the city's running out. John, we're going, thanks very much. Yeah, we've got tickets and a ticket and all that sort of stuff. Right, so I will definitely see you again.
Cheers, Belts. I'm really appreciate you coming.
All right,
take care.
Bye.